Okay, so let's go, guys. Good evening, everyone. How was your day? How are you doing today? I hope your day was productive. And yeah, let's get into understanding the key level. That's what we're going to be doing today. Understanding the key level. Okay. Sorry, just hold on for me 1 minute. I think I got a message. Hold on for me 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. I'm here. So let's go, guys. Understanding the key level. We've talked about structure in our last class. Yeah. We talked about. If you have any question, just drop it in the comment. I'm actually going to try my possible best to check the comment section as well to read it. So understanding the key level. Let's get into the class. To understand the key level and how we should be looking at the key level and how we should utilize the key level at absolutely help us predict price action. So there is a way that I like to identify a specific key level, and the way is by using raw market structure. I explained market structure the last time, how the markets move. That's what I actually explained the last time, and it's still it's still the continuation of it right now. Just like I've told you guys before, all I do in the market is market structure, how the markets move. Then all I do is just go ahead with the market, and I don't stress myself, and that's how I make money in the market. I don't get to stress myself at all. So for those of you that are new, most of everybody here are new, I'm very sure. So for those of you that are new, you might not understand support and resistance yet. You might not deeply understand it yet. Well, it is simple. The best way to look at support and resistance is really looking at it as a floor and a ceiling. What do I mean by floor and a ceiling? I'm sitting right here on the chair. Yeah. When I say support and resistance, that's the key level that we're actually going to be looking at. All right, let me type it here. Support and resistance. That's the key level we're going to be looking at. Support and resistance. Support and resistance. That's the key level that we're actually going to be talking about here. Now, what do I mean by support? What do I mean by resistance? When I say support, I'm sitting on the chair right now. Okay? And the floor is what is holding me. The floor is the one that is actually holding the chair that I'm actually sitting on. The chair the floor actually, sat as what can I call it now? As support for me. Okay? And when I say resistance, the ceiling of my house right now, where I am right now, the ceiling of my house. If somebody throw a ball to the ceiling of my house, the ceiling is actually going to serve as what? As resistance for me, because it's going to bounce it back. Okay? It's the same thing that happens in the market. We have support and we have resistance. And it's still the same thing that actually goes with market structure. The best way to look at support and resistance, just like I've said before, is looking at it as what? As floor and ceiling. It's just like that. Support acts like as floor and resistance acts as ceiling. Okay? So it is very important for us to actually identify key level of support and resistance. Because one thing as a forex trader, what we need to do is we want to, we actually want to have, a previous history to predict the future of price action. Use previous history to predict where, the market is actually going to go next. To expect some potential reaction. From those reactions, that is where we are going to be looking for areas that we can also go ahead and take potential trade from. So let's go straight to the class. I've said I'm not going to actually waste time. Let's delete this. Let's delete this as well. So what do I mean by support and resistance here? Just like I've explained before, this is how the markets move. Just like everybody knows, yeah? The market move like this, we go up, we go down, we go up, we go down, we go up again, we go down. Let's say we have what? Let's say we have our double top there. We retest, we go down again. We retest and we go down again. We retest and we go down again. So what do I mean by support and resistance here? Here is what? Support and resistance. And let me tell you. Let me put another one. Hold on. Let me put another one. This is it. Once we go up, higher high, lower low. Higher high, this is what? Resistance. This is what? Resistance. Immediately it got here. What happened? It falls back. And this acts as what? Support. This is support. Support is the one that is actually pushing it back up. It get back to again to resistance. And it came back to again to what? To support. It came up again. And it came down to what? To support. Up again to resistance. You see? And again, we fall back to what? Support. And again, we went up, back to what? This is going to be what? Resistance. Okay, guys? Now let's go to the real chart. Let's go to real chart. I'm not going to waste our time at all today. Let's go to real chart. Now this is Euro USD. I love to use higher time frame. And why do we actually use higher time frame? So we want to focus on higher time frame key level, because higher time frame key levels are the one that is going to give us the most data, or can give us the best opportunity to actually trade from. The higher time frame is also eliminates a lot of noises that we find on the lower time frame. What do I mean by that? I said something in our last class, if you can remember, a whole lot of jaga, all of that. But when it comes to a higher time frame, the whole jaga is actually going to be lesser. Okay, so this higher time frame also eliminates a whole lot of noises that the lower time frame have. That is why I use higher time frame at the beginning of the trading section, which I'm doing right now. Okay, so let's go into it. Now this is what? Higher time frame daily. We have what? Let me use this. Let's highlight the major support and resistance now on this chart. Let's highlight major support and resistance. This is one major support and resistance. This is another one here, major support and resistance. This is another one here, major support and resistance. This is another one here. Do you guys understand? This is another one here, support and resistance. This is another one here, support and resistance. Right? Please, if you do not understand, let me know in the comment section. If you do not understand, let me know in the comment section. Okay, guys? Okay, guys? So this is what? This is resistance. Let me use arrow so that this won't actually confuse us. This is what? Resistance. We have what? We have a market that is going up here. Let's start from here. We have a market that is going up here. What happened? We came up here. We came back to support. What happened next? We broke up. We came down to what? To support. We came all the way up. What happened next? We came back to support and a little higher high. What next? We broke support and we come back to what? To resistance. What happened next? We came down and we came back to what? To support again. We went up and we came back to what? Another support up here. Don't worry, I'm still going to, all I've been saying is, forex trading is more like a new language. It's really going to take, some time for you to actually, assimilate everything in. You can't take everything in at once. Okay, guys? So, just go with the flow now. Don't worry, with time goes on, by the time you start, doing the whole trading by yourself, you're going to understand better and better every day. Okay, so let's go again. Let's go. What next? This acts as what? Support. And what next? What next? We broke support, and after breaking support, this acts as what? As resistance. Guys, I want you to tell me now, this area, I don't want to just be talking to myself. This area here, this area that my arrow is, right here, this is what? Tell me, let me know if you guys understand me. I want to know. This is what? Support or resistance? I want to know. This area here, is it support or is it resistance? This area right here, is it support or resistance? This area right here, is it support or resistance? I want to know, guys. I want to know. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Resistance. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Resistance. Thank you. Resistance. Okay? So what next? We came down again. Here is acting as what? Support. And what next again? Here is acting as what? Resistance. What next? We broke support. Yeah, resistance. Thank you. What happened next again? Support. And what? Up here. Resistance again. Okay? We came down again. And here is acting as what? Now, resistance again. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Now I'm confident about myself. I'm not talking to myself. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So, in a downtrend, you want to look for area of resistance for you to see long opportunity to sell the market. Okay? So, if, assuming on this particular trend now, if I want to sell this market, this is what? A downtrend. I've explained this before in our last class. This is what? A downtrend, right? Everyone, right? This is a downtrend. Now, if I want to sell this market now on a downtrend, what am I going to be looking for? I'm going to be looking for what? A long-term area of resistance. I'm not going to just be looking for a short-term area of resistance. Now, let's come to this place. Let's come to this place. This is what? This is an uptrend here. We have an uptrend market here. Okay? Now, if I want to sell this market on this uptrend, what am I going to do? I'm going to sell it on what? On resistance, right here. If I want to sell this market now, I'm going to sell it right here. But it is a buy position. So far, it is what? It is an uptrend. I am going to only be looking for what? A short time resistance, a short time sell. It's not going to be, a long time. As you can see, this is very short. This is very short. This is a retracement. I am not going to go long on it. So it's not advisable on, an uptrend you want to sell. It's not advisable. When it is going uptrend, you want to what? You want to follow the trend. You want to go with the trend. You want to buy the market, not sell the market. Now, as it is now, this market is going on a downtrend. Now, you don't want to buy this market, because if you want to buy this market right now, you're only going to be buying on a short-term position. Okay, guys? But if I want to sell this market now, I'm going to be looking for sell. Let's say around this zone here. Immediately I see a short-time buy. We see a long-time sell. We came back up for a short resistance. What happened? We broke structure to the left. Like I said in the last class, we break structure to the left. So immediately we break structure to the left. What next? We are looking for a retest. And the retest is right here. So what next are we going to do? We're going to sell our market here to go with the trend. Now I can sell this market all the way from here, all the way down here. It's going to be profitable for me like that. Rather than for me to be looking for buy on what? On an uptrend, on a downtrend position. Do you guys understand that? Do you guys understand that? Okay? And that is called counter trade. Yeah. It is called counter trade. I'm not saying you can't actually counter trade, because you're still new. So that's why it's not advisable. That's why it's not advisable for you to be buying a market when the trend is what? Is going down. Do you understand? Please, if you do not understand, let me know. Ewi, yes, I'll go over it again. Thank you. I'll go over it again. I'll go over it again. If you do not understand, let me know. Thank you. I'll go over it again. I've cleaned the whole chart now. I've cleaned the whole chart. Okay? Now let's go. I'm saying this market right now is what? This market right now, let me put the market here so that everybody can actually see. Yeah. Is it okay like this? Yeah. This market right now, the overall trend of this market is what? Is downtrend. I have explained in our last class. If you're not in our last class, please watch the YouTube that we have. The last class, I posted it on YouTube. Please just try and watch the video. The video actually explains market structure, how the markets move, when the market is going up, when the market is going down. And right now we are on the live chart. And the live chart right now, we are trying to understand what resistance and support means. Okay, guys? Support and resistance under what? Market structure. Okay? Everything I do is market structure. That's all I do. Okay, guys? So support and resistance now. We say what? This is acting as what? Let's mark a major support and resistance zone. We have a major support and resistance zone here. We have another major support and resistance zone here, right? We have another major support and resistance zone where? Right here. I will adjust this later. We have another major support and resistance zone here. We have another major support and resistance zone here. We have another major support and resistance zone here. Let's adjust this. Major support and resistance zone. Okay? And I've said it before. Major support and resistance. Support acts as what? As floor. And resistance acts as ceiling. Okay, and you can also say support acts as what? As where you buy, and resistance acts as where you sell your market. Okay, guys, so when the market is actually going here, right here is what? A support zone. A support zone. This is a support zone here. You're buying the market. You're buying the market. Support. Okay, this is where you buy. This is where you buy at support. This is another place you can buy the market. Okay, and the market moves in what? In structural form. Okay, guys, so and when we are selling, we say the market goes in what? This way. Support and resistance. This is what? Resistance. Here, right here. Resistance, right here. When we go down, this acts as what? Support. And here acts as what? Resistance. When we go down again, here acts as what? Support. And here acts as what? Resistance. When you go down again, here acts as what? Support. Here acts as what? Resistance. I'm not trying to speak, English, all vocabulary in forex trading, because I want you guys to actually understand it in a very simple term. Let us understand it in our own dialect here, and not be using, the whole forex term for you guys. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, take things very simple for you guys. So I hope you understand the simple illustration that I just made now. I hope that is actually clear enough. I hope that is actually clear enough. Okay? So one thing you need to know is support can also change to resistance. Just look at it right here. What happened? Let me show you a point where support actually changed to resistance. You see right here, what are we doing here? This is support, right? And this is what? Resistance, right? The market came all the way up and it falls back down. Resistance, push it back. But what happened at this point? The resistance is actually acting as what? As support again. Look at this point again. This is what? Resistance. This is support. Right? And what happened here? Resistance here is acting as what? Another support. Do you understand that at all? Do you understand me, please? Okay, let's look at another one. Let's look at another one. This is acting as what? As resistance. Okay, this is a downtrend. We can't use this. That's a downtrend. Let's go again. Let's go to another. And if you actually see it, we're actually analyzing everything right here. And what happened? At this point, if you're still looking at it all the way down, you still see that everything is still acting as support and resistance. Because what? Because anything that happens in the past, if it happens in the past, right here, it has as what? As resistance. If you check it out in front here, it also has as what? As resistance. So once it happens before, it's definitely going to still happen again. And that is what we actually use to make money. Once it happens before, definitely in future, it's still going to happen again. Okay? So it is very simple to understand, and it is very important for you guys to really comprehend it, so that you can go ahead and start finding the best opportunity to trade from. So it is very simple to utilize support and resistance in trading. Okay? Now let's talk about time frame. Let's talk about time frame. Because we are doing everything right now from the bigger perspective. I'm doing it from what? From bigger perspective. From what? A daily time frame. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me show you. Yeah, from daily time frame. That's what I'm doing it from. A daily time frame. That's a bigger perspective. The daily time frame. But you have to understand that this time frame are also major factors. Those are another thing you need to understand, which means that level of support and resistance that are formed in the bigger time frame can also be found on the smaller time frame. I don't know if anyone understands that. The same level of support and resistance that we can see on this bigger time frame. If I go to 1 hour time frame now, I'm going to 1 hour time frame. This is 1 hour time frame. As you can see, you can still see the same level. You see, we still have the same level of support and resistance. It is normal for every time frame. Okay, guys? So there is also going to be a level of support and resistance on a smaller time frame, just like I've said before. That can also be what? Can also be a very important major factors. Okay, guys? So I utilize bigger time frame, to figure out my overall picture of the market, but I do enter position on smaller time frame. That's the way I trade. When I check out everything that is going on the bigger time frame, support and resistance zone, I've actually understand that the market is actually trending down. Okay, so what next? What do I need to do? Go to smaller time frame to actually check where the price is right now, and to actually analyze another support and resistance on the smaller time frame. Don't worry, you're going to understand it. Don't just, one thing I always say is don't bother your head too much. Okay, I'm going to upload this on YouTube and watch over and over and over again. Don't worry, you're going to get it. Okay, don't bother yourself. But I love to analyze things on a bigger time frame, then come to smaller time frame to pick my trade. That's when I will now know, okay, so time I'm going to buy, this is where I'm going to buy, this is where I'm going to sell. But on a bigger time frame, you have to understand what is going on. Is the market going down or is the market going up? Where is the major support and resistance on the bigger time frame? You have to see the bigger picture of the market before going to the smaller time frame to go and see, okay, where can I now buy, where can I sell? I hope that is actually clear. I hope that is very clear. Okay, so there can be a lot of different level of support and resistance that could be of importance for us to pay attention to, and that is why I go to a smaller time frame to actually look at where to buy. Now let's go to smaller time frame, which I am right now. I'm on 1 hour time frame. Now if you check 1 hour time frame, you see, let's mark our major support and resistance again. Major support and resistance, major support and resistance. This is another word. This is a support right here. This is another word. This is another support right here. Do you guys understand that? I don't know. Do you guys understand that? Can you see? Do you guys understand that? Do you guys understand that? So if we want to trade this now, once we have checked the bigger time frame and the overall trend, if it is downtrend, we want to go to smaller time frame to find the opportunity for the level of resistance. Do you understand that? Just like I've explained everything, I don't think there is any other thing again to say. Okay, so what we have to do is just come to a smaller time frame to look for what? To look for support and resistance. If it is a downtrend, then we are looking for what? A resistance. Where to buy, where to sell. Now in this market this market has gone far. Now if I was the one that is actually going to trade this market, I would have sold this market here. because what? It was coming all the way up. It came down to support. I'm supposed to mark this, right? It came back to support, right? It came up again. It broke what? This resistance zone. And the resistance zone is acting as what? Support. Let me delete that. Sorry. Do you understand me? What next again? We came up. We broke resistance again. And it's acting as what? Support. And what happened? We break support. You see? A very strong break. And what happened? We came back to what? Resistance. See, to the left. Structure to the left. Structure to the left. We came back to resistance. If I was the one that is going to trade this market, you know, smart money move. I'm actually not going to explain that now so that I don't complicate things for you guys. It is called smart money move. I would have been the one, if I was the one, I would have actually been waiting for the market for me to sell the market from here. Because I would be so confident to actually sell the market from here rather than for me to sell it from here. It's supposed to come back here, but it did not. He actually used this resistance zone here because this resistance zone here is strong as well. So what happened? This acted as what? Resistance. And what? It came back to support. And what happened? A little, you know, up again. And what happened next? Break support. And we came back to resistance. So if I was to sell this market, I would have sold this market right here. After I've seen this down, I would have sold this market down here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Because what? It has shown that we are going down on the smaller time frame. So I don't even need to disturb myself. I don't need to, you know, worry myself about anything. All I just need to do is just flow with the trend. It is a downtrend. So I just flow with the trend. I just sell the market. I will just keep selling the market until it's changed again and says, okay, oh, I'm ready to start buying. Do you guys understand that? Do you guys understand that? So guys, that's it. It's as simple as it is when it comes to what? Support and resistance. So please guys, apply these saws and let's get to the top together. I love you all.